What's up again, YouTube? Slow Python V1, back at you with the late night tune-in video. So, here's the thing. After the last video I posted, I put a little more effort into the suspension. I stiffened the rear a little bit. I chopped the rear bumper out because it was kind of scraping and dragging, and I messed with the front a little more. We did some camber and toe adjusting. And I got this thing hooking and booking pretty good, which I put a short or two up of that. So yeah, you can see she's hooking pretty good compared to like that first video when I had it assembled with the Traxxas tires. So very happy with that at least. Only thing is, it hooked so good that when I stopped recording and was doing a couple more passes, it felt so good. I did maybe 20 passes on it back to back. Motors weren't even warm. It was amazing, having so much fun with it. It just, I don't know, it's crazy watching a front wheel move that fast and make that much grip and noise at the same time. I loved it. But, yeah, so anyway, I was stopping from a pass because, you know, I'm out on the sidewalk out there, outside my apartment, and I went to turn around, and I'd slowed down. I was on the brake, and then I have to do a 10-point turn to turn this thing because the steering lock is low. So, you know, I went like that, and then when I went like that and tried to stop it, maybe my finger twitched or something. And I have a very high sensitivity on my throttle, so I think if my finger twitched even a millimeter, it might have been the cause. Car accelerated really hard and launched right into a sign that was in the grass there. And of course, the signpost was like friggin' wrought iron, super like 1 inch thick or something like that, and just stoved the front of this in. I'll insert a clip right here, or not a clip, sorry. I didn't get it on film. I'm kind of sad, but I'll at least insert a picture here of what she looked like. And yeah, as you can see, she got hit pretty good. I was a little sad, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of just left this thing sit for like the last 5 days because, well, for one, I used up all my super glue when I built this exhaust housing originally, and the whole thing exploded. Like, look, part of my valve cover is actually missing. I couldn't even find it. I found every other piece for the most part. Oop, motor fell. Exhaust, everything was fine. I had to glue the turbo back on, and I had to make a new crossover pipe there. So I was a little sad about that, but at least I was able to mainly keep the turbo. I knew I could replace all the exhaust bits. But yeah, I'm gonna end up probably buying another one of these eventually, just because, you know, I mean, it's fine, honestly. I can keep gluing it back together, really. The worst thing that happened, and that wasn't even that bad, really. The worst thing that happened was my servo. Here, where's the dead one? Here's the dead one. It hit so hard that it snapped the case on this servo, which this is like a 4-year-old servo anyway. It wasn't very high quality to begin with. Yeah, it snapped that off, and it completely bent my my mount there, like up into the chassis. You know, I almost snapped the bolt that the motor mounts to right there. Almost snapped that off. I mean, luckily the steering was okay. The lower controls were okay. The diff, everything seemed fine. It was just a straight smack right to the middle. Honestly, if it would have hit to the left or the right, I probably would have damaged one of these control arms and potentially even ruined the bulkhead there. But you know what? I think it fared pretty well. But I am going to be installing some sort of little bash bumper to the front here, so that, like, hopefully it'll reinforce it a little bit. Well, I don't know. I'll see what I can do. Honestly, this aluminum did a pretty good job. All I had to do was straighten it back out, you know. So hopefully that all keeps working how it just did. Mainly, let's just hope I don't smack it into a wall again. I jinxed myself the last video. I'm like, oh yeah, I really don't want to wreck this thing. I really like it. Bam! Hit ya. Yep. That's all right. That's what happens when you got these fast RCs, man. Sometimes you'll lose control. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I blipped the throttle or if it just ran away on me for a second. I feel like it ran away on me because I immediately felt it accelerate, like right the millisecond it did it. I felt it, and I went on the brakes again, and it still didn't do anything. So I'm going to have to try to adjust my throttles a little bit more on the ESCs. I'm guessing the sensitivity is just too high. I was having a hard time adjusting them though, because these ESCs aren't really meant to work together, I don't think. And one's like a year or two old, so you know this whole build's a little sketchy. I'm not too worried about it. Even if it fully explodes, you know, it is what it is. I can rebuild it. It's just Red Cat HSP parts. It's nothing hard to find, you know. Just I don't have money to rebuild it right now, so I really want it to stay together. So we'll install a little bash bar, and we'll just pray. See, yeah, I also, you know, I built this little engine hoist in case you didn't see. I was just bored this tonight and wanted something cool to make for a thumbnail. So yeah, it's just made out of, like, look, more Red Cat Lightning parts, a stem off of a bicycle that I'm not using, a little counterweight, and these are just some side rails from a DR10 chassis. I like repurposing things that lay around. I mean, I got junk there, junk there, junk there. Hey, look, junk there. Sometimes you need to have some parts laying around if you want to, like, craft things like this. You know, I don't always want to have to buy stuff to craft with. I like to just keep some stuff laying around, and, like, sometimes it gets to be hoarding, though. You got to make sure you throw that stuff away when you're for sure not using it, you know. But anyways, what else we got here? I was rambling and forgot. So yeah, it's hooking pretty good. I want to do a wide body kit up front, but I'm having trouble finding any sort of fender flares to fit this. And honestly, the tire poke, it's not too bad. So I think I'll just keep it for now. Yeah, unfortunately the hood took some damage too. When I wrecked, it completely snapped this hinge off, so I reinforced it with a little piece of rubber and some super glue. And this side I reinforced with a metal washer because it hasn't snapped yet, so you know, hopefully those hold together. I am going to leave the hood off for now until I figure out a new hinge system, because this hinge system I made it doesn't work very good. I mean, you can kind of see they're at an angle, and the way the hood is and the way that I drilled these holes, it doesn't hinge very well. It always flexes the hood, and I'm gonna try to hook up something. Maybe I'll make like some little metal. I don't know. I'll take like what do you call it? A pin or something, a paper clip, and maybe like make some sort of hoop in there so that it'll like oval. So it's like oval shaped. So that when these hinge, they can like scoot forward instead of just flexing the plastic, you know? So I think that's part of why that broke, is because they were flexing every time this opened. So, you know, when it hit really hard, it just bent it really bad. So we'll figure that out. I do like the look of it without the hood. I mean, you know, here, let's drop her in there. You know, the look of it without the hood is still pretty mean. And honestly, I think the airflow I'm going to get through the chassis might be helpful. I'm not sure on that. I know some other front wheel guys will cut out all their windows and everything. I'm just keeping my front windshield in for now because I want to try to run this with some of the local no prep guys, and I don't want them to like feel some type of way, because you know, I'm already running a dual motor setup. A dual motor setup on a 3S. I mean, that's kind of hot for what a lot of drag dudes like to run. But, you know, the local guys I was looking to run with say they don't really care about setup. So maybe they'll be chill. I haven't linked up with them yet, but we'll find out soon. Maybe I can get a video out of that too. If I do, definitely we'll put it on here for you guys. Where else would it go? Ooh, my hands are dirty. Yeah, that's what you get when you're working on this stuff in the middle of the night and you're not paying attention. Anyway, it's all in good fun. What else? This rambling is going on. Yeah, let's show you really quick. I did a little bit of work in here. So when I wrecked, the ESCs actually ejected because they were only slightly super glued to this aluminum. And I don't know if you know, but aluminum and super glue don't really bond too well with plastic. So what I did was I took some heat shrink tubing and I glued that to the ESC and then glued that to the chassis, because I think the rubber will hold better to the aluminum than the plastic will. And also, if you can tell, I mounted them at an angle, And I really want to try. I don't know if I'm going to or not, so don't quote me on this, but I do want to try to hook up some sort of vent system. So, you know, we'll just do like a little vent thing here, and then have the side of the van hooked up to this, so there's another little hole in it, and that way we can get airflow directly into the ESCs. Because I'm not worried about the motors overheating. They're 3300 kV, and I did 20 passes in a row, and they were just warm. They weren't even like considerably close to hot. They were just like warm, like, you know, I've heated up motors on the bench faster than that. It was pretty crazy. So I'm hoping to keep these cooled, and that should be fine. Motors should be all right. I'm not worried about those. They're not working that hard, but I think the two ESCs running off of one battery maybe. I might be stressing them. I'm not sure. I haven't had issues or anything. I just want them to last. You know, they're only $20 ESCs, so you know I want to take care of them. Because these Goul RC stuff, they make some pretty decent stuff for the price. I can't even lie. I've never had one of these break on me. I think I have 3 of them. Yeah, I've got these 2, and I have a 4S one as well. And that 4S one has seen a lot of work. I mean, so anyway, yeah, we got this taped up here. There's this little. I found this little metal bar. It used to be a turnbuckle, and I just screwed that into here because I don't have a gear cover, and I don't want my servo cable getting chewed up in here. That would be good, wouldn't it? Anyways, I do want to do some passes in this video. It's already getting to be kind of long with the ranting, so I think I'll just let it go for now. I'll upload this as is, and then the next video I'm going to find a new location to do my test and tunes, because I don't want to risk hitting anything again. I mean, it can still run away on me anywhere, obviously, but at least if I'm in a parking lot or something, you know, behind like a building, or just out in anywhere else but outside my apartment on the sidewalk, I think it'll be safer, you know. So we're gonna do that. I will see you guys in the next video then, and hopefully I have everything set up, and hopefully we can get some good passes in. I don't have my my drag timer system yet, and I do want to build a dyno as well. So, you know, we got some content coming, don't worry. Just keep your eyes peeled, and just maybe work on your own RCs too, you know. I'd like to see more front wheel drive builds out there. I don't think we have enough people. You know, maybe we can get some more people on board with this here. You know, this setup was very easy to make, you know. Just need 2 motor mounts, and you got to hack one in half. It's pretty easy, guys, you know. I think a lot of people could manage this. I measured nothing. I measured nothing on this chassis. I want you guys to know that nothing was measured. I eyeballed every single millimeter of this, and it still drives straight. So, I mean, you know, sometimes you don't have to be so serious about something that at the end of the day is just kind of a toy, you know. Just have fun with it. You know, do what you want with what you got. Don't worry about what other people have, you know. Just have fun. Good day, guys.